Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store. Between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Well, we've hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game,
he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, that was distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Dawson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Number 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off play action. Leach. Over the middle, complete. It's Bishop. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the crossing route, complete. That's Ford. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
At the 36-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 7.
Now they try the right side here. In the backfield.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, Dawson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Leach. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, first down Packers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Leach got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on 1st down. Leach, and that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Leach. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he is going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his own 11. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? And that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
I'll give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Down, Buffalo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
For the running back.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Washington. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To throw on 2nd down, Dawson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Dawson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
The running back, again the ball carrier.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back.
The running back, again the ball carrier.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up.
They'll try to run this one in.
Another carry.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
5-yard line.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Leach. Throw left side complete. It's Carroll. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Leach going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Leach. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
From the contact.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, it is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year. Started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Saints seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Vikes trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score.
Touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just out at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From people on it.
35-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Bishop. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Leach. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's up and good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dawson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Dawson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try and throw for it here. On the crossing route, complete. It's Ford. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson.
Pass complete to number 40.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
On 4th down, Dawson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off play action. Leach. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
He's brought down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leach. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
It is no good. The score remains tied.
And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3? And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down. Dawson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bills on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dawson. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Complete to number 45.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Dawson. And he fires one incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home. On the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On 2nd down, it's Bishop. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Leach throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
24's the mark, and it's getting it home. 24's the mark. It's just me and you.
On first down, Leach. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Leach. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Taken down and
great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Leach. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
2-yard gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. Check three.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Dawson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sheds off the tackle. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So the Packers down by a field goal, and time, a huge factor. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Leach's pass.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it instead. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. Throw left side complete. It's Carroll. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Bishop. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he's going to keep it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. And partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay,